Buyers rejoice. Several bits of good news for home buyers in today's market update. Finally, for buyers, my sense is that we are moving towards a more balanced market and maybe even treading into buyer's market territory. I'll give you the details starting right now.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Hi, I'm Jessica with the Genung team and Real Broker. Welcome if you are new here, and welcome back if you are not. Every month we put out this market report analyzing the Temecula, Murrieta, and Menifee Valley real estate market. If that is of interest to you, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when we upload new videos. We are so close to getting 4,000 subscribers, and we are hoping to get there this month. We'll start with the trench report, which is my boots on the ground feel for the market, and we're going to finish up with the market stat slides as usual. My boots on the ground comments can be advanced information on market shifts because it takes a while for a local change to be reflected in the market data. My apologies for not putting out a video the last couple of weeks. I had this very fun thing called pneumonia that did a number on me, but I'm back on the mend and I'm feeling much better. I'm a little bit froggy still, but we're getting there.
Where is Oscar?
He's out sick.
That is unacceptable.
I agree. It's unacceptable.
Anyway, like I said, my sense is that it is definitely getting easier for buyers. Just in the last couple of weeks, we had a couple of offers accepted for buyers on nice Temecula properties that we did not have to battle too hard for, which is really good and actually pretty rare for Temecula. Temecula is our most competitive local market. The first offer accepted is a Temecula pool home on a nice large corner lot in a nice central Temecula neighborhood. Our offer was accepted at asking price and there were no other offers, which is rare for a Temecula pool home. The listing side did not do any open houses on the first weekend of the market, so that might have helped us out a little bit as well. We tried to move quickly and get our offer in and get the home off the market because it was a new listing. Very excited for that client. The second client that we got an offer accepted for recently was a South Temecula home in the Wolf Creek neighborhood, and we are quite a bit under asking for that one. Several of the homes we were looking at for this client had sellers that were willing to negotiate the price down. We did lose out on one home for this client that was an underpriced listing on a home in Crown Hill, which is a popular Temecula neighborhood. This home had a very large backyard and a view and a cul-de-sac, so we knew that it was going to be competitive. They did receive multiple offers on that home that we missed out on, 4, I believe, last time we checked in with them, and it ultimately sold for cash, I was told. We were over asking, but they said that the other offer, the higher offer, was even higher than ours. So it is still competitive out there for well-priced properties with top features. But if you don't have to have a pool home, especially, that is going to open up a lot of options for you and you'll have a better chance of getting a good deal. The other thing working in buyers' favor currently is that interest rates are on a downward trend. Fed Chair Jerome Powell has signaled the first rate cut of this year will likely happen in September. The market is already starting to price in this cut and there has been a big improvement in rates. I don't want to paint too rosy a picture about the rates though. I want to read you the latest update from the National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun. Lawrence says generally the rate cutting cycle is not one and done. 6 to 8 rounds of rate cuts all through 2025 look likely. Whoever sits in the White House in 2025 will see lower interest rates. However, a supersized budget deficit could limit the decline in mortgage rates. More government borrowing means less mortgage money to lend. The new normal for mortgage rates will be around 6% and definitely not to 4% as it was before COVID. So if you are waiting for rates to drastically come down, like down to 5% and below, you might be waiting a while. The latest jobs report, along with the most recent earnings reports from a few big companies in the US, are showing a slowing economy, and some experts are saying that the Fed may have waited too long to reduce rates. It'll be interesting to see if the Fed lowers rates by the expected 25 basis points or the higher 50 basis points. They will probably start with the 25 basis points in my opinion. So what does that mean for rates? Every week or so, one of my lenders with the lowest rates sends me what his rates are for that particular day for conventional FHA and VA loans. Keep in mind that this lender's rates are lower than most. So starting with conventional, and again, this is just a snapshot in time on a particular day. Rates are changing every day and sometimes actually multiple times daily. So starting with conventional, he's assuming an $800,000 purchase price with 10% down, 760 or better middle credit score for a single family home, not a condo. Condos have a little bit higher interest rate. On a 30-day rate lock, he says he would be at about 6.125% with 3,600 points and discount points. VA loan on a $750,000 purchase with 100% financing, 720 or better middle credit score, single family residence, he's looking at 5.75% with 1,590 in discount points. So paying a little bit of points to get to the 5.75, but that's an excellent rate for right now. FHA for a $650,000 purchase price, 3.5% down, 660 or better middle credit score, single family residence. On this particular day, he had 6.125. It was the same as he was quoting for conventional, but only $607 in discount points. So we're definitely seeing better rates. Let's talk briefly about that commission lawsuit. A lot of you have heard by now that there are some big changes coming to the real estate industry, and those changes are here. Buyer agent commissions will no longer be negotiated by the listing agent with the seller, and they will no longer be listed in the MLS. They will instead be negotiated with submitting offers. There are a lot of folks making a big deal about this, but my personal opinion is that not much is going to change, and there are actually many positive aspects to the new rules, but that's a video for another day. I am going to link an awesome video that Sharran, president of Real Broker, created if you want to learn more about the changes. This is by far the clearest and most helpful breakdown that I have seen on this topic. There is a lot of misinformation out there regarding the settlement and new procedures, and if you want to learn more, I'm going to leave that link down below in the description. He does a much better job explaining it than I could. My opinion is that most sellers are still going to be willing to pay compensation to the buyer's agent. One of my new escrows that I was mentioning earlier is already doing the new procedure with 0 buyer agent commission listed in the MLS. I spoke with that listing agent and asked if the seller was open to paying buyer broker compensation. He said to write it into the contract, which we did, and we came to terms. But there may be the occasional seller that is not paying, and you'll have to weigh the options if and when that happens. But the sky is not falling in the real estate market.
What is it? What's going on?
The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
The state of Washington has actually been doing this procedure for some time now, and I've heard positive feedback about the results. Let's talk about the broader nationwide real estate market and what's happening. There are many markets that appear to be correcting, with prices coming down in places like Texas, Austin especially, and Florida is seeing an increase in listings. Prices are coming down and days on markets are going up in many markets. Let's take a look at an article about that. Sellers are losing their grip on the housing market as home prices cool, research firm suggests. It says nearly 65% of homes on the market are going at least 30 days without being contracted, a Redfin analyst found. As I always say, real estate is local, and although this is the theme nationwide, there is not a ton of change in our days on market here in the Temecula Valley, which I'll go over in the stats here shortly. My husband Chris looked at this last month, and it was around 50% for Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula with listings over 30 days on the market. He can check that again perhaps next month for the September market update, as it takes a bit of manual effort for specific info like that. And we're going to get the September update out quick next month. I can promise you that. Back to the article. More inventory is good news for buyers who have been limited by fewer options and inadequate housing supply. Home prices are already starting to fall in key metros such as in the Sun Belt, where housing demand is especially weak, Redfin said. Our local inventory for the most part is going down, not up, but I think nationwide trends are important to discuss because if it's happening elsewhere, it could be headed here as well. All right, let's get into our local stats. As always, we are analyzing single family homes only for simplicity in the cities of Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula. So let's start with median sales price in Menifee. Month over month, they've had a median sales price gain of $20,000 or 3.3%. So that's actually a really huge for Menifee, month over month, 620. That might even be an all-time high median sales price for Menifee. I think we have an all-time high in Temecula as well. Year over year, Median sales price gains are 12.7% or $70,000. So that's huge. Menifee doing great currently. So Murrieta up a little bit, but not doing near as good as Menifee and Temecula. Barely up month over month, $3,500 or just 0.5%. And year over year, it's only up 1.7%. So that's kind of piddly. Year over year, the Murrieta gains are currently $11,523. So Temecula has the largest gains month over month. And this one I actually think is a little bit of an anomaly too. I think this is definitely an all-time high. The median sales price in Temecula being $832,500 is huge. I think that will probably settle back down over the next month or two, but we'll see. So that's a 5.7% month over month gain. I don't think that's sustainable. Month over month gain of $45,000, year over year gain of 15.7% or $113,000. So Temecula is the most popular of our local cities. So it's going bonkers. Okay, let's move on to closed sales starting in Menifee. So Menifee has a slight month over month increase in closed sales of 2 homes or 1.3%. Year over year, it's up 40 homes or 34.8%. So very healthy increase year over year. Now here's where Murrieta starts to go the opposite direction. Again, month over month, they have a decrease in closed sales in Murrieta of 20 homes or 16.1%. And month over month, it is, year over year, it is also a decrease of 20 homes, 16.1%. And that is, we double checked that stat. So in July of 2023 and July of this year, there was 124 closed sales in Murrieta. That is just a coincidence. That's not a mistake. But that is the same number. Closed sales in Temecula, month over month, you have a gain of 12 homes. So 12 more homes sold in July versus June. And then year over year, you have an increase of 20 homes or 20%. So 20% more closed sales. So Menifee and Temecula are creeping up in closed sales, whereas Murrieta is coming down. Median days on market starting in Menifee, and this is a whole lot of kind of nothing burger right here. And this is in contrast to some of these nationwide stories that I was talking about in the articles that we were discussing earlier in my commentary, how the days on market are going up. That's not really happening here. It's very, very flat. In Menifee, month over month, it went up 2 days. Year over year, it went up 1 day. In Murrieta, month over month, it is exactly the same at 11 days on market, which is still flying off the shelf. And then year over year, we're only up 1 day on days on market. So that's pretty flat. Temecula, flat month over month as well. 12 days to sell a home on the median in Temecula. And again, that's the same as the month over month, zero difference. And then year over year, same as Murrieta, 1 more day to sell a home. So starting with Menifee, active listings are decreasing month over month, and that's our only decrease of the cities. So month over month, you have 9 fewer active listings in Menifee, and year over year, you have 30 more active listings. So we are faring year over year, we're faring better in all 3 cities year over year. As far as active listings go, we have more inventory. Month over month in Murrieta, we've got 35 more active listings or an increase of 15.6%. And year over year, there is an increase of 47 active listings or 22.1%. Let's move on to Temecula active listings. Month over month, you just have 3 more active listings in Temecula, so that's fairly flat. Year over year, you have an increase of 9.3% or 22 active listings in Temecula. Okay, Menifee new listings month over month is down 6.4% or 11 homes. So there are fewer listings month over month. Year over year, there's fewer listings as well by 1 home. So that's fairly flat. Murrieta, on the other hand, we are increasing month over month by 22 homes or 17.2% for new listings. And year over year, we are increasing 41 homes or 37.6%. Temecula's new listings are decreasing by 20 homes month over month, or 12.7, and year over year they are increasing by 14%. So we have a few more listings in Temecula year over year, 14 homes, or 11.4%. Let's go over months of supply briefly, because we try to talk about that every month. That months of supply means if no new homes were to come to market, how long would it take to sell through all of our active inventory on the market? So Menifee is flat month over month at 2.7 months of inventory. And then Murrieta, again, is our anomaly. It has increased month over month from 2.3 months to 2.7 months. And then Temecula is exactly the same as Menifee, month over month, 2.7 months supply, which is exactly the same June from July. I will point out briefly, and these bar charts are kind of interesting if you look closely at them. Like, let's take this Temecula one, for example. You'll see in red, we've got we have this year, 2024. So this is the number of new listings in Temecula. You could see in 2024 that it's higher than 2023. That's actually kind of interesting to me, because it feels like our inventory is so anemic and low, but we're higher in Temecula year over year of new listings. We're higher in number of new listings in Murrieta by quite a bit, 37.6%. And then Menifee is very even. So it feels like because the number of sales are down, that our number of new listings are down, but that's not the case. Actually, our new listings are up. So I found that stat interesting. Where do you think that this real estate market is headed? Do you think that the election is going to have an impact on our rates and the market? I know we've had a lot of volatility in the stock market too. It kind of seemed like we might be headed for a big correction, but then it rebounded. So it's kind of crazy times. Let me know what you think down below in the description. And thanks as always for watching. See you next week. Bye.